Taurus, hello and welcome to my channel. This is going to be your reading for Taurus, February 2025. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Traditions. I'm also going to be using the Gaia Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. So let's get to it. We've got the Tarot first and then we'll do the Oracle cards. So Taurus, Taurus, for those watching. Guidance, wisdom, inspiration. What wants to come through? Ooh, you ready? Ooh, we've got the lovers. We've got an opportunity for choice and healing. And there's an opportunity here for letting something good coming to bring us happiness. We've got the Emperor at the bottom, and this is about facing challenges from a perspective of knowing that things are going to get better. And that can really piss people off, which I don't know why, but it can, why it's not going to get better. Of course, it can get better because we're on an evolution right now and we're not getting off of it. So, this is about I have gathered my wisdom, I as in the Emperor, you, and I know from my life's experience that things are going to get better and that I have the power to change and take my life forward. And I'm going to call this video I Have the Power. And I know I've hardly pulled any cards. I'm aware of that, but I'm sticking with this. I have the power because I think it's important. So I've just written that down. I have the power. I'm not going to stay here anymore. I'm not going to keep looking at my losses. I'm going to focus on myself, my internal world, my Two of Cups. I'm going to reconnect to the galaxies, to the all that is. I'm going to realize that there's a vast world in front of me, beneath my feet. I'm going to create. I'm going to step into my own garden of Eden. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not going to be somebody else's runaround. I'm not going to let people disrespect me. I'm not going to let people mock me or take me down. I'm going to build something that I'm proud of. I like this Taurus. I like it a lot. These burdens need to be placed down. I'm not carrying it anymore. I'm really feeling it in this reading. I'm not going to carry these burdens. I'm not going to carry you anymore. So these are conversations that some of you are having with others where you've been carrying someone. It could be in a work setting, in a marriage setting, a relationship setting, a family setting. I'm not carrying you anymore. I don't mind being compassionate and kind, but I'm not living your life for you. I'm not going to do your bidding as well. There's also for some of you as well, past life stuff coming up that maybe you were in some form of slavery in a previous incarnation. And in your current incarnation, that's why you have always wanted to serve and do well and be good and do as you're told. And maybe you had parents that enforced that. This is about breaking out of those patterns and moving away. It's the transition card, moving away from these old behaviors. And you know that already. Closing down old emotions. There's also something here about addiction, and that's coming up quite strongly. I don't know if this is your addiction or somebody else's addiction, or it's a personal message for someone. But there's a real need here for someone or the family to turn away from addiction, not somebody with an addiction, to turn away from the addictive habits within the family. So for some, it could be drink, drugs, it could be too much cake, it could be too much whatever, it could be too much drama, too much poor me. There's a big turning away around you and within you, and that comes in with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords comes in to cut cords to what no longer serves. Maybe some of you are also worried about a younger person around you. There feels as though there's some personal stuff coming in. I keep doing this in these readings. It feels as though there's some personal stuff coming in amongst all of this. So Where's the addiction? Who's the addiction? Is the addiction you? Because remember as well that when we have somebody with an addiction in our life, they're reflecting something back. Okay? So, itchy nose, don't sneeze. Thank you very much. Um, Cutting ties, moving forward. I have the power. I have the power to change my life. Now, you could be on a recovery path as well. So, you could be on a well-being path, a healing path. Um, and you're required to take it to the next level. You're also required to lighten up a bit. I can almost hear your guide saying, lighten up a bit. Come on, have a laugh. Get out into the world again. It's okay to have fun. At the minute, there's a lot of fear porn out there in various different ways. And if you absorb that, it can make you fearful of the world. And actually, right now, more than ever, we need to be having a laugh. We need to be having fun and embracing life and embracing joy. There's a lot of emotions here that you need to make sense of. And I feel that a lot of this is stuff that only you understand. And no one's going to come in and do it for you. You can get support, you can go for therapy, you can go for healing, you can go to a class or whatever. But there's stuff here that no matter what a therapist says or a healer does, unless you're willing to breathe and release and listen to it and, take it on board and actually go, you know what, you're right. I need to stop doing this. You're not going to be able to step into your power. And this reading is take it back to the reading about stepping into your power, looking at your shadows, looking at your faults, looking at the flaws, and not being dragged down by them, but letting them take you forward. So we're going to move on to the oracle cards now. Pop those out of the way so we don't knock them onto the floor. Hmm. Eternal dance, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. There's something here about you taking the harder path. Does that make sense? You're taking the harder path. You're making it a lot harder for yourself. Maybe these are old programmings about work hard, show up, and all of that kind of stuff. Which, yeah, there's a time to work hard. Of course, there's a time to work hard, but there's also a time to step back. Especially in these new frequencies that we're going into, it's not going to be about slog, slog, slog from 9 until 5 or from 8 until 8. If you're doing that, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to be banging your head against a brick wall. This is about coming back into flow. Winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and a positive outcome. So coming out of the cold into new energy, into the spring energy. Ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. So, fertility can be a trigger, especially if you're trying for a child. And it is not the job of any psychic to say that you're going to fall pregnant. Let's get that straight. Fertility isn't just about falling on, it's about creating something. Okay? The false matrix wants you to think you need to be fertile to create a baby. You're here, we're all creative beings, even if you've never been able to have a child. So, this is about rebirthing yourself, rebirthing your life, stepping into your creativity. There's some of you as well wanting to think about self-employment. Now is the time. We're coming up to spring. Yin yang, creating harmony through balance, finding emotional balance, not letting yourself be pulled into different things, either in the global stage or via those around you. Rising above the shit in the world, rising above the gossip, rising above the hatred, rising above the naysayers. Clarity, freedom, and solution. Healing. Reconnecting with your true nature. Who are you really meant to be? Not the fake you, not the one that everybody expects of you, but who are you really? Have you ever been sat in a pub and all of a sudden you've looked around and you've gone, oh God, how did I end up here? I'm not one of them. Sorry if that triggers, but there you go. Or you've been in a workplace and you've gone, oh my God. Let me know in the comments. I'm intrigued. This is that kind of a thing. And sometimes we can get programmed into these toxic situations. And sometimes if somebody's programmed you to be toxic, you'll be toxic. You can get a lot of that with parents. If parents have brought you up to think that you're a hindrance or that you're a difficult child, when you're in their company, you become a hindrance, you become a difficult child because that's what you were programmed to be. Break that cycle. Purification, fire. Bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. Just gaze at those cards. Vulnerability, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And that's your reading for today. But before I go, please remember that the next group healing is in February. It is the 11th and 12th of February. Healing after heartbreak. If you would like more information on that healing and how it works, there is a video below in the pinned comment in the description box. Watch that before you put your name down, especially if you're new to my healings. To take part, again, pinned comment and the description box below. It should say group healing, the dates of it, and then to take part, click on this link and click on that link. If you go a little bit too further and you go to the homepage, it's fine. It's homepage, services, group healing. And it's £22 for 2 days distance channeled healing. Also, as well, some of you have been asking, do I do sessions? I do readings via Zoom and healing and Reiki and mentoring. And my website is below in the description, and there isn't a pinned comment on the tarot scopes. I keep saying that, but there isn't a pinned comment. It's a description box. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.